This is Anita with 5 Minutes with Art. Every once in a while you hear an amazing story, and it just makes you realize why I personally love art so much. It's the story of Titian, the Renaissance artist, and his painting, The Rest on the Flight into Egypt. Now, if you haven't heard the story, this is quite an interesting story. First of all, let's talk about who is Titian. Titian was born about 1488 to somewhere in 1490. And he's one of the greatest painters considered of the Italian Renaissance era. He was known for his mastery of color, use of light, innovative composition, and Titian's work spanned religious subjects, mythology, scenes, and portraits. There was a painting that he painted called The Rest on the Flight into Egypt. The painting is considered to be very significant. It's a small painting, yet it's considered a very significant painting. But recently today, it's gained a little bit more notoriety because of what has happened with the painting. The painting actually, the Rest on the Flight to Egypt, was a painting that was stolen in 1995. And this started this huge international art theft investigation. If we back up a bit, in 1878, the painting was acquired by John Alexander Thine, the fourth Marquess of Bath, and became part of the Longleat House collection. But then the Thine family, renowned for the pages of the art, held the painting for over a century. So this was a painting that was basically there in their house. So it was a significant loss to the art world, and this painting was stolen with some other works of art. But the theft, it became a high-profile case, and there was a lot of international intrigue with this. Who stole this? Who did this? This theft. In 2002, the story suddenly took this very surprising turn when Charles Hill, a renowned art detective, was involved in a sting operation that led to the painting's recovery. Astonishingly, the masterpiece was found in a plain white and blue plastic bag at a bus stop in southwest London. The frame was missing, but otherwise the painting was pretty much intact. The discovery was hailed as a miracle, considered the delicate nature of the artwork and the challenges associated with retrieving stolen works of art. The circumstances of the paintings coming back into the fold really is a little bit of a shroud mystery. We know that somehow there was a sting operation. There was this very famous sort of art theft recovery detective, and he was able to pick up the painting at a bus stop in southwest London, and the painting was actually the actual painting. It's been verified as the actual painting, and that the painting was not damaged. There's some people that say, well, because of the high profile of this entire 1995 art theft, that it became very much in the news, that it became difficult for the painting to sell or for it to move, leading the thieves to sort of abandon it. Regardless of the reasons or why suddenly this painting was recovered, The Rest on the Flight into Egypt was a significant victory for art preservation and for law enforcement working together. And this sort of really adds a lot to the entire mystery surrounding this painting, that this painting, was stolen in this very daring heist of art theft, and then was just left abandoned at a bus stop. The saga of the painting kind of continues when in 2024, which was this year, the painting was sold at the Christie's auction house for over $22 million. So that can really show you the value of this small yet significant painting. It was one of the most important works of Titian to come to the auction market in more than a generation. So this really attracted a lot of attention, a lot of collectors, and a lot of institutions worldwide. If you'd like to be able to read more about this fascinating journey of this painting and how this painting, went from a bus stop to $22 million at a Christie's auction and where the painting is today, you can read our blog post on Titian's The Rest on the Flight into Egypt, From Theft to Record Sale. And you can read a lot more information there and details about the painting itself and actually see this very significant painting by this artist that was lost for many, many years. This is Anita with 5 Minutes with Art. Thank you so much for listening. We really do appreciate you, our listeners. And, give us a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for being part of our community.